There are a lot of great performance cars arriving in 2023. Honda Civic Type R, new Mustang, Mercedes C63, but this, the BMW M2, has the potential to be the best of the lot. We won't be driving it for a few months, but for now, let's have a close look at the specs and some of the finer details. When the first M2 arrived, it was the quintessential BMW. A rear-wheel drive coupe with fantastic handling and a powerful 6-cylinder engine. Starting from around $90,000, it was also a relative bargain. The new M2 is much more expensive, but then it's also a lot faster, a lot more powerful, and packed with a lot more technology. It starts at $119,900 plus on-road costs and is expected to be available in Australia from Q2 2023. I think it's fair to say the new M2 won't be winning many beauty contests, but it does have a lot of presence. There's no mistaking its intent. Essentially, it's a more muscular version of the 2 Series Coupe, roughly the same length and height, but almost 40mm wider, and the front and rear tracks have been pushed out by almost the same amount. The result? One chunky looking car. The rims are now staggered, 19s at the front, 20s at the back, with 275mm wide front tyres, 285 at the rears. The front brakes now have proper 6-piston calipers, and this nose is designed to feed as much cooling air as possible to the mechanicals. 5 colours are available. We've got blue, white, red, black and grey, and the carbon fibre roof is standard, saving 6 kilograms. But then the new M2 needs all the help it can get because it weighs 1,725 kilos, 230 more than the old car. Thankfully, it's also got a heap of extra power thanks to a slightly detuned version of the engine you'll find in the M3 and M4. Here it produces 338 kilowatts and 550 newton meters, the latter the maximum the 6-speed manual can accommodate. Yep, you can still get the M2 with 3 pedals, though it's a no-cost option with the 8-speed auto being standard. As an auto, it'll hit 100 k's an hour in 4.1 seconds and 200 in 13.5. The manual is a little bit slower. Top speed is limited to 250 k's an hour, but can be optionally lifted to 285. Part of the reason for the new M2's substantial price rise is that BMW has thrown the absolute kitchen sink at these things in terms of equipment. There's just one option, the M-Carbon Experience, which primarily adds these carbon bucket seats with different leather, which save you almost 11 kilos, but will set you back $14,500. Heated seats and steering wheel, head-up display, Harman Kardon stereo, wireless phone charging, carbon interior trim, including shift paddles that this manual doesn't have, full active safety suite. Aussie M2s have basically every feature they could have. This includes the massive widescreen curved display that's rolling out across pretty much all BMWs and features the latest iDrive 8 operating system, though M2s retain a physical controller rather than just relying purely on voice and touch control. Lastly, there's also these little M2 and M1 ears on the steering wheel, which allow you to save your favourite combination of settings and call them up at the press of a button. As far as 2-door coupes go, the M2 is actually pretty good in the back. There's a decent amount of space, a little bit shorter headroom, separate temperature controls, USB-C ports, and ISOFIX points for the child seats, and the boot's pretty good at 390 litres too. All in all, a pretty enticing package, and historically, the kind of car BMW does very well. To see if the new M2 delivers on its promise, stay tuned for our first drive review, which will land in a couple of months' time.